Hey everyone, Nightlight9 here, and I am super excited because I was feeling a little bit bummed out about Iron Giant EX3, which I will get to in a moment. And, after 30 failed attempts, just having really no major progress. And then I see in the notices, Final Fantasy IX crossover coming soon. It should be on November the 9th. That is extremely exciting. Not sure if we're going to get any new characters or anything, but they're saying that weapons and gear inspired by the characters of Final Fantasy IX, as well as a crossover event including an original story and battles with crossover exclusive bosses and various other campaigns will be available in-game. That sounds awesome, and it really sounds like just the thing that Ever Crisis needed to kind of break the slump that we've been in. I feel like the Battle Tower stuff that came out, people don't seem too excited about it. The Battle Tower's also, really hard if you don't have kind of a variety of weapons and teams. And then I want to take a moment too to just talk about the Iron Giant Crash event that just came out. So, EX3 Iron Giant and Crash Iron Giant just came out a day ago. And I have one important thing to say about that. If you're free to play, I would just skip Iron Giant 3. I think there's simply better things to spend your time on. Now, I'm not saying it's impossible for free to play to beat EX3, but I am saying that it will be impossible for about 98 to 99% of free to play players. I've looked at some accounts that barely cleared EX3, and I can tell you, they had things like 3 times plus overboosted maritime sword, plus the sailor/water outfit for Cloud, giving the extra 35% water damage, plus the new event weapon for Zack, plus 7,000 HP on every character, and at least 2,500 to 2,700 physical attack on Cloud, and then about another 2,000 on their secondary damage dealer. And that translates to, around 175 to 185,000 combat power. And as I mentioned earlier, I can tell you from about 30 failed attempts with every setup I could think of that deep runs mostly involve spending all of your resources on just staying alive, only to inevitably get wiped 10 minutes into the run and noticing that Iron Giant still has about 50% of his HP left. So, what I would advise leading up to November 9th with this crossover event, and this is something that Iron Giant did teach me, because as I was trying to do 3 different setups, I noticed that some of the weapons that I had available that I thought might work were only available on characters that I just didn't have leveled up. Now, back when level 55 first dropped, I advised everybody to not worry about level 55. It wasn't the end-all be-all. Plus, there was a really important event going on that required a lot of stamina in order to get the event weapon max overboosted. However, now we're getting tons of stamina tonics. And one of the things that I've done is just created a party called Experience Needed. And I've been working on getting all of my other characters leveled up. And so you can see here, this is where my account stands at the moment. I almost have everybody to level 50, and I now have 4 people to level 55. I just got Tifa there today. I've got Matt up to 52, Lucia up to 53. Oh, and Red 13, by the way, I had him at level 35 as of this morning. I've done, roughly 70 runs on the EXP quest, because, it is an event right now where you are getting, the bonus 20% character XP. And so I think that this is a great time. If, get your overboosted weapons. If you don't have the Red 13 or the new Zack one, obviously do those. But one of the things you need for Red 13s, to clear the dailies is to spend about 500 stamina. That is a perfect time to run the character experience quests, right? If you run these at 3x, that's 45 XP per go. You can do 10 of those and almost 11 of them knocks out what you need for that. And I think that that is a good time, because also it's important to remember that as free to play, when you're not pulling on every featured banner, you don't really have a lot of control over what weapons you get. So it's even more important that if you have a weapon, so for me in the Iron Giant, one of the team setups I wanted to do was something that, gave somebody a physical move that could debuff physical attack. Well, as it turned out, I had Matt's weapon, Slick Beetle, with X Shot. This is what I had. But I didn't have my Matt leveled up high enough to where he could even have a chance. And ultimately, even though it didn't work out, it reminded me that the important thing is you're going to need to be pretty versatile, and way more versatile if you're free to play, in order to clear the content that's coming out. So getting your characters leveled up at least to 50, I think is pretty important. Obviously you'll want as many to 55 as you can, but it just still takes a lot of runs to get to 55. So just getting everybody as close to 50 as you possibly can is going to help you maximize the weapon drops that you get, because sometimes you might even get a 5-star weapon that now is 2 times over boosted, but if it's on a character that you only have sitting at level 40, that character is not going to be useful for you. So take this time now, before November 9th, over the next 3 days, to start leveling up some of your other characters, making sure that you're clearing all the, the enhancement quests, the daily, promotional ones and all that. Just get that stuff done so that you are set up for the future. Because anytime you run into content that is a little bit overtuned, in my opinion, that free-to-play really just isn't going to be able to clear, that's a perfect time to just focus on the rest of your account. Because sometimes, as we've seen lately, they're going to throw out events on top of other events on top of other events. And those can stack up really quickly, and you're not going to have time to do the leveling and stuff that you want to do. So do that now. And as far as the crossover event goes, let me know your thoughts on this. I'm really excited. I see, it looks like Vivi here, the Black Mage. So I think this could be really cool. I think it has a lot of potential to be really fun with the bosses and the weapons and gear inspired by the characters. I'm very excited to see what they come up with. So let me know what you think. Thanks for watching.